1 week ago, Donald Trump said Canada signing a trade deal with China, and I'm quoting him directly, a good thing, and what he should be doing. Today, he's threatening to destroy the entire Canadian economy with 100% tariffs on everything. And today, same deal, same country, same president, 7 days apart. What changed? Mark Carney made him look stupid in front of the whole world, and now Trump is throwing the biggest tantrum we've seen since probably last week. But yeah, so here's actually what dropped this morning. Trump posted on Truth Social threatening the Canada with 100% tariffs. That's on all goods, everything, if they go through with their trade with the deal China. He wrote, if Governor Carney thinks he's going to make Canada a drop-off port for China to send goods and products into the United States, he's sorely mistaken. And he highlighted the words for Governor Carney in the post. Not Prime Minister, Governor, because Trump's been pushing this fantasy that Canada should become the 51st American state. And here's a video like the Trump is showing the Canada, Greenland, Venezuela as US territory. He even posted an altered map this week showing Canada, Greenland, and the other ones as US territory. This is the President of the United States publicly treating America's closest ally and largest trading partner like a hostile enemy state. But here's the thing, and this is the part that should make your head explode. January 16th, reporters asked Trump about the Canada negotiation with China, and his response was not as the same as today. He said that's what he should be doing. It's a good thing for him to sign a trade deal. If you can get a deal with China, you should do that. Should do that? Okay. So what happened between January 16th and January 24th that turned a good thing into 100% tariffs? I'll tell you exactly what happened. Davos. For those who don't follow international economic conferences, which is probably most normal people, Davos is the annual gathering in Switzerland where world leaders and billionaires get together to talk about global economy. This week, both Trump and Canadian Prime Minister Mark Carney gave speeches there, and the contrast could not have been more brutal. Carney went first. He gave the speech declaring that the American-led world order is, quote, over and not coming back.
Living within a lie. The system's power comes not from its truth, but from everyone's willingness to perform as if it were true. And its fragility comes from the same source. When even one person stops performing, when the greengrocer removes his sign, the illusion begins to crack. Friends, it is time for companies and countries to take their signs down.
He called out great powers using tariffs as leverage, financial systems as coercion, and supply chains as weapons. He never said Trump's name, and he didn't have to. Everyone knew exactly who he was talking about. His line that went viral was, middle powers must act together, because if you're not at the table, you're on the menu. And Trump gave a rambling speech where he bragged about himself for an hour and threatened the countries that wouldn't bend to his demands. And the reviews were not kind, and Trump clearly saw them. So here's what happens next, and I want you to watch the pattern here because this is vintage Trump.
For national and international security, and to keep our very energetic and dangerous potential enemies at bay, is this land on which we're going to build the greatest golden dome ever built. We're building a golden dome that's going to, just by its very nature, going to be defending Canada. Canada gets a lot of freebies from us, by the way. They should be grateful also, but they're not. I watched your Prime Minister yesterday. He wasn't so grateful. But they should be grateful to us. Canada lives because of the United States. Remember that. Mark, the next time you make your statements. What we did for Israel was amazing, but that's nothing compared to what we have planned for the United States, Canada, and the rest of the world. We are going to build a dome like no other. We did it for Israel. And by the way, I told Bibi's taking credit for the dome. That's our technology. That's our stuff.
And on day 2, Trump revokes Canada's invitation to his Board of Peace, this thing he's setting up to supposedly solve global conflicts. He posts on Truth Social that the board is withdrawing its invitation because it will be the most prestigious board of leaders ever assembled at any time. The pettiness is almost impressive. Day 3, today, the 100% tariff threat, economic nuclear option on the same deal he praised a week ago. See the pattern? This isn't policy, this isn't strategy. This is a wounded ego lashing out because someone embarrassed him on the world stage. But here's why you should care even if you're not Canadian or American. Canada is the largest trading partner of the United States. Nearly $3 billion in goods cross that border every single day. What would happen if Trump actually imposes the 100% tariffs? American prices skyrocket. Canadian economy tanks. The entire North American supply chain collapses. And for what? Because a Canadian politician gave a speech that got better reviews than his. Classic Trump, right? This is what happens when foreign policy is run by ego instead of strategy. When alliances built over generations get treated like personal vendettas. Mark Carney said something important at Davos, though. He said, "We are watching a rupture, not a transition or a rupture in the global order," he said. The old rules are gone. And the idea that America would never threaten economically destroy its closest ally over speech, gone. We're in a new world now, one where the President of the United States praises a deal on Monday and threatens economic annihilation over the same deal on Saturday because someone hurt his feelings at a conference in Switzerland. This is Trump's America, and the rest of the world is just living on it or refusing to, which is exactly what McCartney is doing. I mean, I'll be watching to see if Trump actually follows through or if this is another empty threat. I mean, my bet, he caves, he always does. But either way, this is what chaos looks like.